Well, the calendar continues to turn in the NBA world. On Sunday, we will crown a champion in Game 7 before we turn our attention to the next big stars. I've got my eye on this team right down here, the Dallas Mavericks, because they, of course, have the #1 overall pick in this year's draft. So Cooper Flagg, come on down to D-Town. But, you know, the NBA draft kind of got us feeling a little nostalgic. So we want to take you back to the good old days when you'd go get cards, the basketball cards, hoping you'd pull that MJ card. Mike O'Donnell in studio with us, going to lean into that nostalgia a little bit. MOD, what cards are you looking at as we get ready for the draft?
And nothing like saving your money up, just finding 20 bucks, go to the local card store and see if you can pull a good pack. And that's what we're going to do with you today. And so we're going to see if we can open a pack and see who we actually pull here. Exciting. Okay, so that's a pretty good pull.
Cooper
I know
Flagg.
You're happy about that. Yeah. So Cooper Flagg, you know, going to Dallas, right? That's going to be consensus #1 pick. He was a National Player of the Year, ACC Player of the Year, National Freshman of the Year. Truly all-star upside. Now, when you look at the player comps, I'm not saying that Cooper Flagg's going to be Scottie Pippen, but because of his motor and defensive intangibles, how good he is defensively, he has those qualities. I think the floor for Cooper Flagg is a Grant Hill-like career of a multi-time all-star. He is going to be the cornerstone of that Mavericks franchise. Elite defender, positional versatility, playmaking. So good.
Keep talking to me, Mike.
What you understand about the playmaking, too, though, he's one of the best ball screen scorers in college basketball last season. Top 15 in the nation in ball screen scoring. Ace Bailey. All right, we'll take a look at the back of Ace Bailey's card. Now, Ace Bailey could go anywhere from 3 to 10. We're really not sure. But he has deep range, shot making. He's a 3-and-D potential, good athlete. So much Rashard Lewis in his game because he's got that 7-foot wingspan. He can shoot virtually over any defender. I think he's a perfect fit for the Sixers at 3, even though there's been a lot of smoke and noise about him not really wanting to work out with the Sixers. But then now, we got to take a look at Dylan Harper, because Dylan Harper is the absolute truth. This kid is so good. Big guard skills, crafty finisher. We're going to come back to that in a second. Big handles, got every play in his bag. Brandon Comp, if you're an NBA sicko, you know how good Brandon Roy is. Well, think about the crafty finishing. If you didn't watch Dylan Harper play, and you just watched the analytics, look at the analytics, he shot 65% at the rim. That's what, like, Ryan Kalkbrenner does. He is one of the best finishers we've seen in that 6'4", 6'5" range. Just an absolute stud, Dylan Harper. I'd be shocked if he's not the second pick in the draft. And so, but we're not done yet, Haley.
Because we get multiple packs. When you go to the store, you got a little extra money.
I'm always buying at least 2 packs. Always buying at least 2 packs. Let's see what we got here in our second pack here. Okay, an interesting pull here. I like this. Freshman again, right? The lottery's going to have a lot of freshmen in this. Let's look at Derik Queen first here. He was a really hard player for me to scout from an NBA perspective on film just because he doesn't fit any particular position. But he's got excellent footwork. He's such a good interior scorer. He is a threat to give you 10 rebounds every single time he steps on the court, and a gifted finisher. He's got awesome touch around the rim. A lot of Naz Reid and Zach Randolph in his game. I wouldn't be surprised if Derik Queen actually goes to the G League for a little bit throughout the course of the season until a team, maybe potentially like the Raptors, late lottery kind of pick for Derik Queen, anywhere between 8 and 13, I think is where he'll fall. Now, I love these two guys here, but I just have to start with VJ Edgecombe. Every time I watch VJ Edgecombe on film, I just can't help but see Victor Oladipo in his game, except that I think VJ Edgecombe is going to be better than Victor Oladipo. Absolute stud. I think VJ Edgecombe could even get drafted as high as 3, anywhere between that 3 and 7 range. Tough athlete, dynamic athlete. That's not a typo. He is both tough and dynamic. I think he is the best on-the-court athlete in this draft class. Very unselfish player, smooth scorer, plug and play essentially anywhere on a team. VJ Edgecombe has all-star potential. Now, the magician of the Big 12, Yegor Demin, he comes from Russia. He was the top prospect in Russia since he was 15 years old. 6'8" point guard, can't teach that size. A lot of Josh Giddey, Kyle Anderson in his game. He is the best court mapper in this draft class. Elite passer and floor general. I think Demin could be one of those guys where you look back in 5 or 6 years and say, he probably should have went 4 or 5 in this draft. I think he'll land somewhere between 12, 13, maybe 14, 15, but there's no way that Demon falls outside those top 15 picks. But you definitely have 3 lottery picks in this poll. I think Edgecombe, though, that's the guy that I'm saving out of that pack.
That's who I was looking at, too. We love a Baylor Bear in the NBA as well. Texas girly, so we're always rooting for the Texas. But you know me, MOD. I'm looking at that Cooper Flag pick.
That's right.
Like, shout out to the Mavs, man. We're going up. My good stuff, man. Makes me want to go back to the store and grab some cards here. So good breakdown there as we get ready for the NBA draft, tipping off next Wednesday and Thursday. And why do I keep talking about Cooper Flag? Look at the odds when it comes to who's going #1 overall. No surprise, Cooper Flag with a lot of zeros after that one there. But MOD just told you about VJ Edgecombe, -230 there. The NBA draft tipping off next week.